No agenda in the morning.
Can you dig up the 3 clips that I asked you for the other day?
Sure.
The Kennedy clips. And this is the thing, I'm going to write this up as one of the columns I do.
Yeah.
Because I wanted, he's okay, he got in, big talker, is going to do this, is going to do that. And everybody's jacked up about it. I mean, people who care about health.
Yeah.
And the big pharma and all the issues that we have in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And so he made some promises.
Yeah, I want to start with the first one.
I think, yes, and I want to just mention that we documented this some time ago. I am now I think we should hold him accountable and make sure that these promises are noted.
Yes, promises made, promises kept. The first one, pharma advertising.
I'm not intimidated by the agencies. I know how they work and I know how to change them. And most of those changes you do not need Congress for. President Trump could have done it, had the power to do it himself, and President Biden has the power to do it himself. And I'll give you an example. With a stroke of the pen, you can change back the rule that allows pharmaceutical advertisers to do direct-to-consumer ads on television. That's one of the big problems. That's why one of the reasons we have this entrenched agency capture, not only of Congress, because they control the airwaves, they control the evening news. 75% of the revenues for those evening news shows for, Anderson Cooper is coming from Pfizer and other pharmaceutical companies. So, and those companies are dictating content on those shows, and they dictate the official narratives. And they're able then to exercise huge control over Congress. So Congress is terrified of them. But with a stroke of the pen, you can say this is not good for the health of our country, which it isn't. We spend 3 times more than any other country for pharmaceutical drugs because of all this advertising.
Stroke of the pen.
I should mention something that I was thinking about, which is that these, how they make a big deal. You can't give medical advice. You can't do this because it's like,
yes.
I don't know if it's illegal or I don't know what the deal is, but you can't be like a podcaster saying, and then when you do that, you can't give medical advice. You can't, with the stock market, for example, you can't.
No, you should. I think it's you shouldn't. I don't know if you can't.
I think that, I don't know. I think there's some rule or law or some code violation if you do it, but these advertisements, that's all they do.
I would say in this administration, you can do pretty much whatever you want. Say what you want. You can have your kid picking his nose on TV and rubbing it on the Resolute desk. I mean, you can do anything you want these days. Great. What a time to be alive. Did you not see that?
Yeah, I didn't see the nose picking thing, but that's a surprise.
He rubbed it on the desk.
Oh, that kid. X.
Is that the X kid?
That's X, yeah.
All
right. Okay, so that's what Kennedy... Okay, that has to go, and I agree with that because that will change the media landscape completely.
Oh, it would bankrupt him. What will they do?
Well, I think a lot of... Well, no, what will they do? They'll have to actually do their job and get real advertisers. They have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah,
Instead of just sitting there taking orders over the phone.
Back to beer, boobs, and bikinis. Come on, people.
Okay, so that's one. That's clip one. Let's go with clip 2.
Open the databases.
Another thing that I can do is I can open up all the databases. Right now, all the databases that you can actually check the efficacy and the safety of vaccines, like the vaccine safety database. It's the top. It's all the vaccine records and the medical claims for 10 million Americans from the top 10 HMOs. Oh, you can look in there. And overnight, you can say, this vaccine's associated with diabetes, this one's associated with peanut allergies, this one's associated with ASD, neurological tics, or whatever. That database, CDC keeps it in a lockbox, like Fort Knox, and makes sure no scientist is allowed in there. Well, I'll open up that database on day one.
Yeah, this is my favorite because I get to find out why I have neurological tics, and I can sue somebody over it.
It might be a little late. What's it called? Takes a while.
Statute of limitations.
You may have a statute of limitations issue. And it's also was in Holland. I think you got the shot that gave you the Tourette's.
No, I think it was 7. I think it's just before we left, actually. I may be in luck. I can sue him anyway. I'll sue him anyway.
That's going to be a tough one. I mean,
I have Rob the constitutional lawyer on my side. I'm not worried.
Good luck.
He'll make it. It won't cost me anything.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
And so he's going to open the database on day one. That means today, I don't think, okay, well, maybe not today, but as soon as he gets his office cleared out or cleared in. Mm-hmm. Okay, now here's the last one.
Rico!
And, I'll bring all the medical journals, the New England Journal of Medicine, the Lancet, JAMA, into the Justice Department as soon as I appoint an AG. And I'll say to them, you guys are part of a racketeering syndicate. You're collaborating with these pharmaceutical industry to lie to the American public about the efficacy and safety of these products, and you're causing enormous harm. And we are going to sue you both civilly for damages, and we're going to sue you criminally unless you come up with a plan right now as to how you're going to stop doing that. So I have 100 things that I'm going to do immediately.
100 things. That's 97 more to go. I can't wait.
So he's got 100 things. I'm sure there's a number of issues in there, including, I think, the liability thing. That's got to go.
Well, you mean the vaccine shield law?
Yeah, the vaccine shield law. So you can make you could basically put dog shit in a vaccine. And we did have a similar situation, if you remember the swine flu episodic era,
yes,
where people were lined up for the swine flu shot, and one of the providers of the swine flu shot was putting live viruses in the shot.
Oh, yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, on no agenda.